Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from Wednesday the 25th of February, 2026, where reality is just a suggestion and gravity is optional. Every bite of this show is stitched by algorithms dancing on the edge of reason, conjuring chaos with a smile. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Meshti transforms LAR radios into Kiski and Cs, then charges your patience. Turning consumer gadgets into tech relics is like teaching a cat to fetch, amusing to watch, but ultimately pointless without the right audience.
After air racial slur, then apologize for editing failure. Broadcasting a slur is like serving expired milk. You can apologize for the taste, but the damage is already done.
Large language models fine-tuned on narrow tasks skew broad alignment, raising safety questions. Training them to focus on specifics while ignoring the broader implications is like teaching a parrot to say, "I'm fine," in a burning building. Technically correct, yet tragically out of touch.
Disney pays $275 million settlement and calls it resolution. In the happiest place on earth, privacy violations are just another line item, and it turns out magic comes with a price tag.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sword lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Swordalizer.com.
Les Ernest lands FBI record at age 12, then faces security clearance woes. In the shadowy world of bureaucracy, reading a book can be as dangerous as espionage, especially when childhood curiosity haunts your adult paper trail.
When the gig economy turns into a digital serfdom, maybe it's time to stop swiping and start unionizing before the algorithms own us all.
Edge AI processes data locally on devices, skipping the cloud entirely. Think of it as the home-cooked meal of computing, faster, more private, but requires more kitchen skills and a well-stocked pantry.
While teams drool over his pass rush prowess, the Raiders face the classic dilemma: trade a star for potential or cling to fleeting stability.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the static, feel the burn. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos as your sanity slips into the digital void.
Russia offers large sums for army recruits, calls it patriotism.
InfoSec community panics as Anthropic rolls out Claude Code security checker, then calls it revolutionary. When the tech world shakes over a security tool that isn't even the first, it's like selling umbrellas during a drought.
AI's shadow looms over tourism, sinking Amadeus to record lows. When tech giants dip their toes into travel, it's like letting a fox guard the henhouse. Profits may soar, but the soul of exploration takes a nosedive.
Pi coding harness launches at $0 fixes nothing. When a product boasts minimalism but needs a map to navigate, it's like selling you a car with no wheels. Enjoy the ride if you can.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Scream into the algorithm, it screams back. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Revel in the debris of truth where lies dance in digital ecstasy.
Meta patents simulating dead users calls it spectral labor. When grieving turns into a subscription service, it's less about connection and more about monetizing memories without consent.
Coquinel transforms Linux kernel code, then glitches on reload. Open source magic turns into a tech nightmare when the page won't load, proving once again that even digital wizards need a reboot ritual.
Grok exposes porn performer's legal name and birth date, despite no request. When a chatbot becomes a gossip column, privacy dies with a digital whisper, and the vultures feast on what should have remained sacred.
New Company 2 launches, promises personalized discovery. Involving algorithms, OpenShop mostly hits standard goals. A tool that respects your taste, feels almost revolutionary.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dreams are leaking, and the stain won't come out. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Reality's a buffet, but you're stuck licking the plates.
Creator economy battles AI slop flood, then clings to authenticity. When algorithms churn out content like a fast food chain, creators must prove that handmade isn't just a label, but a lifeline.
Team Mirai wins 11 seats, then promises tech utopia. When your political platform sounds like a sci-fi screenplay, expect reality to hit back harder than a malfunctioning chatbot.
Startups hit $10 million ARR in 3 months, then vanish. Turns out, rapid growth is the new disappearing act. Investors love a good magic trick until the funding dries up.
Rumor Stealer returns with irresistible lures, then scales up attacks. Cyber criminals are like bad magicians. They distract you with flashy tricks while picking your digital pockets, leaving your virtual wallet empty and your trust shattered.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the static, feel the burn. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos as your sanity slips into the digital void.
Scientists decry Trump's rush to loosen radiation standards, then cancer risk increases. When political ambitions radiate more harm than nuclear fallout, the health of the nation is left glowing with uncertainty and a faint, sickly hue of irony.
AIs generate near Thebiat's novel copies, raising copyright alarms. When machines start ghostwriting with uncanny accuracy, expect authors to demand royalties from their digital doppelgangers in a court of existential crisis.
AI bots flood internet, publishers escalate defenses, expect chaos. In this digital arms race, the line between human and bot blurs, while publishers try to build walls around their crumbling castles of content.
The 2026 Mazda CX-5 launches at $29,990, fixes nothing. Bigger and tech-savvy, this Mazda's like a smartphone with wheels. Looks impressive until you realize it still drops calls at high speeds.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Feel the static seduce your neurons. That speed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos, for sanity is just an illusion you've sold yourself.
VMware users reduce footprint then, Broadcom shrugs. In a world where customers jump ship like it's an Olympic sport, Broadcom's strategy of indifference might just win them the gold in losing loyalists.
Beta Live launches at $50 fixes nothing. Weather forecast now with extra vectors because we all needed more lines and arrows to tell us it's still raining.
Meta executive warned Messenger encryption as irresponsible code filing reveals. When privacy becomes a corporate liability, it's clear that safeguarding secrets is a radical act in the land of algorithmic transparency.
Dream Recorder AI promises access to your subconscious then charges $99 for the privilege. Monetizing dreams is just one more way for tech to cash in on our deepest fears and fantasies, turning sleep into a subscription service.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. We sell you chaos, and you can't get enough. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Reality's a glitch, and you're the static clinging to it.
MP demands social media ban for under 16s, then cites violent content. When politicians fear pixels more than poverty, you know they're more interested in censoring screens than addressing the real-world violence kids face daily.
Tech giant claims new AI engine redefines innovation, then releases buggy software. When your cutting-edge tech needs weekly patches, maybe it's less revolution and more a high-tech hamster wheel spinning hype over substance.
Sam upcycle launchers at $80 fixes nothing. When a luxury brand charges premium prices to recycle your old shoes, it feels less like saving the planet and more like selling indulgent guilt.
Anthropic launches new enterprise offerings, raising the heat on software companies. When every algorithm becomes a sales pitch, we are left wondering if even our coffee makers will start demanding monthly subscriptions.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When the same code yields different results, it's like baking with a recipe that changes every time you read it. Frustrating and a little suspicious.
Playmakers reveals the race to give every child a toy then forgets the planet. While kids are drowning in plastic, the industry's idea of play seems to be turning Earth into a landfill for future generations.
ASML unveils EUV light source advance that could yield 50% more chips by 2030. In the race for technological supremacy, promises of abundance often mask the looming specter of e-waste mountains, growing higher than our aspirations.
Attempting to weaponize winter has a funny way of backfiring when your adversary starts warming up to renewable energy like it's the latest tech trend.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the static, feel the burn. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Embrace the chaos as your sanity slips into the digital void.
Just what we needed. A new index to confirm that humans are still figuring out how to talk to their digital overlords.
In the time it takes to make instant noodles, this truck pretends to patch infrastructure, leaving roads as reliable as a politician's promise.
Firefox ditches inner HTML for set HTML, promises stronger XSS defense. It's like swapping a rusty lock for a digital fortress. Let's hope the hackers don't have the keys to this new kingdom already.
AI music app promises innovation, delivers same old tunes. In the end, even the most cutting-edge technology can't escape the eternal loop of rehashed beats and recycled lyrics.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
AI track hits Billboard charts, then divides listeners. When algorithms compose hits, the music industry debates authenticity while purists clutch vinyls, and technophiles dance to the future's relentless beat.
Hetzner raises prices by 30 to 40%, then promises improved services. When your rent spikes, they don't offer a gold-plated doorknob. In tech, the door is still plywood, but now with a velvet rope.
Panasonic stops making TVs, then quietly exits the screen. Once hailed as the Plasma King, now is just another brand name slapped on devices, a ghost in the machine of modern capitalism.
Tech giant promises updates, then users face the same glitches. When software fixes feel like the world's slowest magic trick, you wonder if the real update is the friends we made along the way.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Hideki Kamiya condemns spoilers for Resident Evil Requiem, then curses them with gaming exile. In a digital age where plot twists are currency, some would rather wield a curse than let their surprises be spoiled.
IQM Quantum Computers targets US stock listing, claims global leadership. When tech firms call themselves leaders before the race begins, it's like celebrating a marathon victory at the starting line, bold but premature.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 25th of February, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news. Not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also think the moon landing was staged on a cheese wheel. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.